Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. Sometimes I really hate being right. It was some throwaway comment like on Reddit or Facebook, Twitter, possibly even someone's stream, but I basically said, oh, well, since the election is so close in Peru, I wouldn't put it past Fujimori from attempting a coup. Well, far right, pretty much fascist, and the daughter of a former dictator in Peru, Keiko Fujimori, lost the Peruvian election very narrowly. It was a razor-thin margin. So what's happening right now is she is attempting to use the courts to buy time for her election fraud claims, and she is trying to get thousands of votes annulled so that she can cross the threshold and become the president. So why is there a coup happening in Peru? Well, even though I didn't give any justification for it with my comment, Peru is another mineral-rich nation where a lot of the important minerals that go into a lot of our modern-day electronics also come from Peru. Peru is also right next door to Bolivia, and both Peru and Bolivia have had in the past left-wing movements that have tried to give the wealth back to the people instead of having it be exploited and sent to colonial masters overseas, whether it's Spain, Britain, America, China. Like this is the reality for many on the ground. So with that in mind, Peru is clearly important in terms of its mineral wealth. And the CIA itself pretty openly stated that they were supporting and rooting for Fujimori. So if the CIA has involvement in this, that would not surprise me at all. Now, I don't know if the courts have been bought out by Fujimori in the past or they're being bought out now on the sly. Like maybe that's what the CIA is doing. They're saying, hey, listen, make it go Fujimori's way and here's like a cool $100,000 US or something. Who knows? The main point is that the courts, this is a form of a judicial coup that is happening. Even though the people spoke, and yes, it was a razor-thin margin, the people voted for the Marxist. They did not vote in favor of Fujimori, the borderline fascist. But now it's gone to the courts due to Fujimori's request to try and tip the scales and cancel thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of votes in her favor. It is a death blow to democracy. And if we claim to support democracy and freedom, then that means we should support the Peruvians who voted for the Marxist. That's what it means to have a democracy and support democracy. It doesn't always mean about your person or your candidate winning, even though in the case of Fujimori, that candidate winning is actually a really big, terrible, and problematic thing because they're going to roll back democracy. They aren't going to basically do anything good for the majority of Peruvians. Her corruption in Peru is infamous. I think there's even like hit squads or something that she commands. Like it is so messed up down there. And these judges are about to hand the election unfairly to her. I'll remind people that Bolivia, which was also the target of a coup, is right next door, which is why it's all the more important to fight back against this and why it will be all the more important to support the Peruvian people moving forward as they no doubt have to struggle for their democracy once again. The fact that this is nowhere near being over and the fact that Peruvians, when trying to have a democracy, weren't even allowed to have that simple thing in their lives is definitely what's bothering me today.